What's up, YouTube? Welcome to a very special edition of me and what I'm doing with my life. As you might have guessed by the title, I've been up to some mischief.
I have won the auction. My bid was the highest. It had a reserve. After a day, they caved in and accepted my highest bid, because they know full well there was 1,700 people watching that auction and I'm the only one that wanted to pay that much. So yeah, watch this space. I've paid for it. I've paid for delivery. I have no idea when it's going to be delivered. They don't seem to tell you that on the website.
So I just got a phone call from the delivery guy. He's on his way. He'll be about half an hour, so hopefully he won't get there before me and get frustrated because I'm not there and then leave. But yeah, so it's being delivered. So I've wanted to do this for a long time now, and I thought I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna buy a crash damaged car and repair it and make a YouTube video. Yeah, maybe one day, you know, it'll be a Ferrari or an Aston Martin that I'm repairing. But you gotta start somewhere, haven't you? And I'm starting here with this Jaguar XF Estate, or Sportbrake as it's actually called. So Audi's got the Avant, you know, BMW's got the Touring. Jaguar decided to call their estate the Sportbrake. I think that's cool, you know. So from the pictures, it looks like it's going to need at least a bonnet, a bumper and a headlight. Now, it is a category N, which is non-structural damage, so it should just be cosmetic. I shouldn't have to replace anything structural, like crash bars and inner wing panels and dumb stuff like that. Now, obviously, these big-time YouTubers make a lot of money from, you know, the videos and sponsorship and things like that. I need to do it in such a way that I make money from doing it, and then if I one day maybe make some money from YouTube, it's a bonus, you know. That's not why I'm doing this. I'm just documenting it because, well, other people should enjoy it. So if, like me, you know, you've been watching these guys restoring these Ferraris and Porsches and think, oh, I could never afford to do that. Well, that's why I'm here, right? So I've bought a real cheap car. They say, oh, I've bought the cheapest Porsche on the internet. Yeah, it's still like 15, 20 grand, isn't it? Well, as I have actually I've actually done this really cheaply. So I won the auction at £1,900. It didn't meet the reserve, but I stuck to it, and in the end the seller accepted 1,900 quid. Brilliant. Now on top of that there was 300 and something pound in fees and 300 and something pound to get it delivered. So all in all, it owes me sort of, I can't remember the exact number. I'll pop it on the screen in a second. But it's somewhere between like 2.5 and 2,500, 2,600, something like that. So not, you know, break the bank kind of money. Complete, the car should be worth, taking into account that it'll be crash damaged. It'll always be a category N insurance write-off. I'm hoping to get somewhere around 6,000 for it. I'll be happy with 6. And I'm planning on spending about 1,000 with it. So all in, I should be all in 3,500, and with a spot of luck, I'll make a couple of grand. That's my target. Make £2,000. If I can make £2,000, and I can do what, one a month, then I can just. That's all I have to do. You know, no working for the man anymore. Well, it's arrived. So, here she is, looking pretty swish. Don't think it's not long been cleaned. There's a bit of dirt on it. Oh, there's a little scratch there. Yeah, looks pretty nice though. They seem to have covered up the number plate. That wasn't me. Oh, we've got parking sensors. That's nice.
nice. There's no marks on this side, looking pretty good. And then here we have the damage. So obviously the bumper's hit something, I reckon that's hit a truck wheel. There's a lot of black on there. The headlight is broken and the bonnet is dented. Now the wing, I think we've got away with it. I think the wing's going to be okay. It is creased a little bit there, but I reckon we can bend that back and that'll actually be okay. Now I won't know the extent of the damage behind the bumper until I take it off, but that's for next time. But yeah, other than that, looking pretty good. Here's the key. Seen better days, but it does work. So lock it, yeah, double lock in. Turn the lights on. So that headlight still works. Xenons, that's nice. Auto opening boot, excellent, that works. Does that work? Yeah. Okay, happy so far. Drippy drippy. Where's that coming from? Hopefully not the fuel tank. It's okay. It's just the spare wheel well. So let's have a look under here. What have we got? Oh, a reusable bag. Handy. Underneath here. Okay, it's the dual battery system because it's got the stop start. I won't know if that works until I've actually driven it and tested it and everything. Now it does look like there is water down here. There's not much, just a little bit. Very common problem in these. That's wet. Oh look, there's water on the top of that bit, which means it must have come down from... oh wait, there's a lot of water in there. Oh, hello, what have we got here? Oh, a free beanie. Nice. Scraper. Some more bags for life. Right, now. There we go. Out you come. Chuck that over there. Right. So I would suggest that this feels dry. So not sure where that water's come from. Needs further investigation. Another day. Another job for another day. That's nice that this is still like included and attached. That is good. Oh, hello, did you spot that? It's got a reversing camera. I've just noticed it has 4 matching tyres, Goodyear Eagle F1s, and they've all got a real decent amount of tread on. So that's a win. So inside the car, what a lovely place to be. We've got all this lovely gloss black with the leather dashboard top, which I feel is the best trim spec for the inside of these. They're not the best seats, but they are nice half leather heated seats. I know that because the button's there, and it's got the heated windscreen. I don't know if that works. I'm assuming it works. We have ignition. It does have, however, a low battery, but that's to be expected, to be honest. Okay, let's start her up. She starts. Look at that. That rises up. Turn the vents on. They normally close. Settings. There we go. Auto rotation. So now, when I turn it off, they all close. Excellent. They're all closed, and turn it on. Wow. Lovely. Boom. Ooh, what's that? Oh, amazing. Locking wheel nut. Excellent. That's the only thing we really need. Right, let's see if this bonnet opens. Oh, sounded right. Excellent. We're in. Right, I'll just turn that off so you can hear me. I've also just noticed we have almost a quarter of a tank of fuel. Happy days. And it does rev nicely. Nothing wrong with the engine. Oh, I love that gear knob.
No sunroof in this model, but we can turn the parking sensors off. If we put it in reverse, look at that, the camera works.
Okay, so we've got the 200 brake 2.2.
Ooh, that was interesting. Did you hear that? Okay, the noise is gone. The water level looks perfect. Oil we'll have to check on the dashboard. So this is interesting, yeah? Cam belt replaced. 0423, 2 months ago. These are an interesting feature on these cars. They're airbags which basically explode and push the bonnet up in the event of a front end to protect the pedestrians, and it looks like this hasn't gone off. So even though it's had what appears to be some sort of mangle at the front, those haven't been set off. None of the airbags have gone off. I probably wouldn't have bought it if they had. So let's have a look at this. So the headlight is, well, the lens is completely gone, the casing is completely gone, yeah, needs a new headlight. This doesn't look damaged at all, because it looks exactly the same as this side. There's a slight bend there, which was concerning, but the bend is the same on both sides. So that is straight. The latch still lines up with the latch in the bonnet, even though the bonnet has a fold in it. And I think this is probably just really pushed in. There is a bit of mangling behind there, but I won't be able to know that for sure until the bumper comes off. It's missing that, but do you know what? This bumper's not that bad. I don't know, it might be repairable. Just need a new grille. Most of this, I reckon, is tyre marks, which might come out. So I've just noticed it is the sporty dynamic bumper style, because you've got the extra side skirt as well, and on the normal bumper this chrome bit kind of comes down like this at the bottom. Broke, bendy mendy. So this part of the headlight is supposed to be in line with this part of the bumper, and it's kind of not. So whatever it's mounted to, it has either completely broken off of, or it's still mounted to it and that bit is bent. We won't know until that bumper comes off. So that'll be in the next video. It's got flappy paddles, which is cool. And then it displays the gears on the screen. Very cool. Drive away locking on. Lock the doors when we drive away. Cool. On 5,000 miles it did average of 45 miles per gallon. Excellent. That's good. Nothing to worry about. Sweet. Free ketchup. What a lovely place to be. Lovely Jaguar branded aluminium pedals. I believe they were an optional extra. The water in the boot is possibly coming from the fact that the boot lid has dropped slightly. Testing the aircon. I mean, it's not Arctic, but it is cold. It's colder than it is outside, which is excellent news. Right, let's test the front parking sensors to see if they work. Oh yes, I haven't got my seatbelt on. Oh, yeah. Front beepers work. Excellent. Yeah, cool. So everything in this car appears to work. Common problem with these, this gets all sticky and horrible, but it's actually not too bad in this. Like, you can kind of see it starting there.
So, if you like this video and you want to see this adventure that I'm just about to embark on with this car, then hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll well, probably see you in a couple of weeks.